Well, then, if I remember correctly, you mentioned that you know this person very well, and you
I do.
His,
I do know him very well.
Okay. So.
And I've not seen him for that reason since I started with this case and became aware that he might be a witness.
I received the.
Until this date, I have not seen him.
Okay. Well, I received this information from my medical doctor who is working with him. And
who would that be?
Sorry?
Who's your medical doctor?
Dr. Lichtenberg, Milan Lichtenberg.
Well, I don't know about all this, but I have not seen that man.
It might be allegation.
And I've not spoken to him until after your conviction.
Yeah. It's the same, you know, when it's...
Well, you want to know, I'm telling you.
I believe you. I am not...
Well, then that's the end of that.
I received this information. They sent even the letter and email to my family that's what happened. So I'm mentioning you one of the reasons when we do this summary.
Yeah, what else?
Look, I believe that last time or previous time you interfere with my prison conditions without any facts. You just speculated that I am still awaiting trial or unsentenced prisoner, but I should be treated like a convict, like a sentenced person. Yes. I believe that...
I said that in court.
Yes, it's in court.
Yes.
It's in court.
I was told that the law is that you're not treated as that because the section provides that you're awaiting trial until you're sentenced. So that was dealt with.
Yes, but unfortunately you said that I can't have the same rights and privileges as an unsentenced person, as awaiting trial any longer. And that DCS must do something about it. And DCS did something about it. They sent me to Kokstad.
Well, they must do whatever they want. I don't decide that, and I was apparently wrong on the law. Yes. What next?
Another reason is that while my lawyer Duplessis was representing me, and it was I think 3 appearances ago, you had the comment to him that if he cannot explain me that I will be sentenced as soon as possible, that you're gonna explain me as you as a Lamont.
As a what?
As you as Lamont. You said to him that
it will be on the record.
Sorry?
It will be on the record.
Yeah, it will be on the record.
I
don't think it's...
Why does that mean I'm biased?
I don't think it's... I think it's irregular. It's, first of all, then...
Why is it irregular?
Because I had my lawyer here and who represented me, so it wasn't any reason to talk to me directly. And secondly, it was irregular because I am not the one who delay sentencing procedure.
Yes. What else?
Your another comment was that I did nothing to proceed with the sentencing procedure related to this money issue, my lord.
What money issue?
There was the issue, if you recall last time, that Mr. Ramuhala, the very same investigating team, blocked this money.
Yes.
I arranged money from my mother. She was those times on ICU in the hospital.
Yes, and what
you
happened?
said that I did nothing to bring this money and proceed the sentencing. So I just want to correct that I arranged this money through my mother. She was on the ICU hospital to be here in South Africa available on time, and for me to be able to pay my lawyers and counsel, senior counsel, which was confirmed from the Mr. Duplessis that he booked senior counsel Sita Kolbe SC, and she was willing to represent me. She even said that this time she's very busy with another long trial with Mr. Mashiane. I'm sure he's going to confirm as a prosecutor in this trial. But she was willing to prepare in the 2 Saturdays and 2 Sundays for me to be sentenced, and I was happy about this. It was arranged, it was confirmed, but when this money arrived, as usual, this money was sent as usual for past 2 years from the same person, from my mother.
What's all this got to do with me, Mr. Krejcir?
It's got to do that you said that I did nothing to proceed, but I did everything to proceed, my lord. I did everything possible.
So what does that mean? Mr. Krejcir,
yes,
what does
my lord?
that mean I'm biased?
It means that you just speculate, my lord. I mean, you said you did nothing, accused number one, before any objective facts in front of you, my
What
lord.
does it mean I'm biased? That's what I'm asking you.
Yes, you are biased.
I'm biased, right. What else
Yes.
have you got to say?
I want to submit, I believe you are part of this conspiracy, which I was saying from the day one, my lord.
Which conspiracy?
Conspiracy against me and my family. It's a people that
When did I become part of this conspiracy, Mr. Krejcir?
I believe that you become part of this conspiracy since you start believing that I want to kill you when the chipstone break your front windscreen, for example.
Why is it a chipstone? You seem to know more about it than I do.
No,
How do
you
you know
mentioned-
how do you know it's a chipstone?
You mentioned this as a one possibility, what could happen to
But
you.
you choose that possibility as a fact.
Well, I am saying because I know that I didn't do anything, so
No one's saying
and you
did
accuse me.
anything.
Sorry.
No one has said you've done anything, Mr. Krejcir.
Well,
Have I ever said you've done anything?
well, I had this impression, and you said on the record that I am. You actually discussed this matter only towards me, not to accuse 2, 3, or 4, or 5, or 6.
I think at that time there was some complaint about the newspapers or the television or just general in public that they were saying it was you. So I cleared it up that it was not you as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, that's correct.
So what's the problem with that? That's in your favor.
Well, it's in my favor maybe today, but it wasn't in my favor when it happened.
Thank you, Mr. Krejcir. What else have you got?
I believe that you stay in Bedford View, my lord.
How would you know that?
Well,
How would you know that?
I read this in the newspaper, like
You did. Which
Sorry?
one? Which newspaper?
I will come for the next appearance and bring this article.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a problem? Is it too close to where you used to live?
Yeah, it's very close. It's the same. It's the same district where I used to live.
And when did I start living there?
I beg your
When
pardon,
did I
sir?
start living there?
When?
Yes.
I started living there in
No, not
2008.
you. Me.
I beg your pardon.
Me.
You?
Yes.
What do you mean, you, my lord?
You say I live there. I'm saying, when did I live there?
Well, that's what I read in the newspaper. So
What's that got to do with your case?
It's got to do in my case that if it's true that you are in Bedford View and I am from Bedford View, and there was this issue in the media about the petition, people writing petition that
you
they
think I
believe
was
that I am
living-
behind some bomb attack, which was some terrorist attack in the place in the Bedford View, where I used to go to this restaurant in the Money Point, and until today no investigation was done related to this matter, because it was attempt of my life, like a second matter, which was another attempt of my life with this red polo. Also, no investigation was done in this case from the state.
Now, what are you suggesting is my role in any of these things?
I'm just, it's not your role. I'm not saying that your role is related to this bomb attack or whatever. I'm just saying that if we live in the same place, because you are reading these newspapers, even though you said that you're not involved with the media, but I will prove to you on transcript that it was untruthful what you said, because one day you said to my advocate Van der Eerweg, Miss Van der Eerweg, did you see yesterday in the news, in the media, how did you wave your hands, for example? And 3 months later you said you never watch the TV related to this case, you never read the articles related to this case, you're not involved with anything related to this case through the media. So I'm saying that one day you're saying, did you see yesterday, I saw you, go and look how you're waving your hands. But after you said, my lord, I never been involved. I never watched this
I do
TV.
try and sanitize myself from
For
the
example.
public expression.
So,
But I listen to the news. I hear this morning you said some things, or someone says you said some things, or someone's got an opinion about you.
but my
What
lord,
must I do?
you
Turn it
deny
off?
completely on the one.
Mr. Krejcir,
Yes, my lord.
must I turn it off? Can I be sanitized so completely from the public? I can't. I can only, as far as I'm able, disregard all these things.
Well, look, my lord, I
Which are
complained
they?
several times that all these allegations from the media are just allegations and fantastical and sensational stories, because we went through this case for more than 2 years, and there was hundreds of these allegations towards me, but none of these allegations I was charged or any action was taken. So it was just the fabricated allegations for the newspaper sensational business.
And I'll treat it that way.
I am not convinced, my lord.
Well, that's fine. I understand you where you stand. Yes, what else have you got to say?
I strongly believe, I want to submit that on the end of this case, when you give the conviction judgment, you didn't recognize, purposely you didn't recognize incompetency from conspiracy. We went through the objective evidence, for example, with Mr. Ramuhala or one of my main investigating officer, or Mr. Gininda. These people are proven untruthful people on the record.
Yes. Well,
You
the
even give the
judgment's
strong
delivered.
judgment related to Mr. Ramuhala.
Mr. Krejcir,
Yes, my lord.
that judgment's delivered. You'll deal with it whenever you want to deal with it. If
What
you,
I'm saying,
you said I showed bias by giving that judgment in the way I did, is that your case?
no, I want to say that you are biased, that you deliberately didn't wanted to recognize that it's not incompetency from Mr. Ramuhala, but it's a conspiracy, because if it's incompetency, then he doesn't need to lie under oath. And if it's conspiracy, he's got something to hide.
Yes, thank you. What else?
You mentioned last time, my lord, on the record that it was this case where we're standing, it was very violent and I don't know this word now, but we will go through this. You actually say on the record that we all waiting for the long sentence imprisonment. So you believe we're supposed to have time to prepare, but I
Well, that
stated,
is the threat that faces you, long period of imprisonment. It's a serious threat that faces you.
well,
and you need
because
to
I never
prepare.
been involved in this case, my lord. And
Yes.
I
What's
am,
the point that you're making?
my point is that you already said that this case is very unusual. This case is very violent. This case is very. I'm looking for this word, but I can't remember.
Well,
this
I
word.
understand what you said.
Yes, and you said that I'm facing the long-term imprisonment,
You are.
and
You're not going to face necessarily a 10 Rand fine.
no, I'm not
This is
saying,
not a loaf of bread case for 10 Rand.
my lord,
You're facing very serious charges.
which I never did it.
Well, that's a different thing.
I believe that you are biased because you already convict me. I believe that you will not convict me, first of all. So, and I never been involved in this case.
Yes.
So, that's why, I spent already more than 2 years in the custody for something which I never done. So, in these regards, if I am hearing that you saying it's very violent, I am this dangerous criminal who will face the long-term imprisonment, then I am not happy about it. I believe that you are biased, you are
Well,
unobjective.
obviously, you're unhappy about